Well, good morning. I'm Jagendra Rana. Topic for our discussion today is film insurance policy. Film insurance policy. This policy is issued to any film production company of the motion pictures industry. The detailed proposal is required to be furnished beforehand to the insurer in a standard format, and a predetermined premium rate will be charged on the declared sum insured. The single premium rate will be applicable for covering all the sections. The premium will be collected in advance as per section 64BB before granting coverage. The business has a great deal of premium potential. This policy is having 6 different sections, and the coverage under different section is detailed below. Section 1 is cost insurance. So if at any time during the currency of this policy the insured shall sustain any bodily injury resulting solely and directly from accident caused by external, violent and visible means, then the company shall pay to the insured or his legal personal representatives, as the case may be, the sums or sum set forth. If such injury shall within 12 calendar months of the occurrence of the sole and direct cause of the death of the insured, or if such injury shall within 12 calendar months of its occurrence be the sole and direct cause of total and irrecoverable loss. So for this purpose, for the purpose of clause the injury shall, as a direct consequence thereof, immediately, permanently, totally, or absolutely disable the insured from engaging in any employment or occupation of any description whatsoever. So in that case, disability percentage will be given. This cover is extended to include hospitalization of the insured due to any sudden or unexpected illness. Family death endorsement is also there. Coverage under the section is extended to include loss directly resulting from the unavailability of a covered person due to the death of an immediate family member. The immediate family member is defined as a covered person's mother, father, sister, brother, spouse, children, grandchildren, or grandparents. The extension provides coverage for a maximum span of 2 years or 2 shooting days, and is further subject to a maximum limit of ₹10,000 each loss. Medical examination is required if the extension is opted for. Then the next section is film stock. The company agrees to pay to the insured direct physical loss or damage to the destruction of the film stock, as defined hereunder, from any external cause except as hereinafter excluded while such property is lying stored or in transit, including as accompanied baggage used to be in connection with the insured production. So loss to stock shall mean only the actual cost to replace the lost or damaged from the stock with stock of like kind and quality. Here is the definition of film stock. Means videotape stock, raw film stock, recorded videotape, negative export, motion picture film, interpositive production, paint, cutting, copies, fine grain print, soundtracks, tapes, transparency, cell, artwork, software and related material used to generate computer images used in correction thereby. Then the section 4 coverage for the properties, stay, sets, wardrobe, equipments, etc. used, owned by the insured and used for shooting for hired or shooting or hired for shooting. Here the company agrees to pay the insured the value of costumes and theatrical props and related equipment owned by the insured or which is the property of the others used by insured and for which the insured is legally liable and which is lost, damaged or destroyed due to any external cause during and related to insured production resulting in direct physical loss or damage. Here the coverage does not insure against loss or damage caused by or resulting from the loss of use like wear and tear, inequality in the property shall cause it to the damage or destroy itself. Any work process or experimentation test, repairing, restoration, conversion or partial conversion, retouching, painting, cleaning or any other form of process. Unexplained or mysterious disappearance, rain, snow or hail, any electrical or mechanical breakdown or disturbance, damage or destruction of properties caused intentionally by insured, loss, destruction or damage caused by or resulting from delay, loss of market or use, interruption of business or other consequential loss, extending beyond direct physical loss or damage. The deterioration due to the dampness or dryness of atmosphere, extremes or change of temperature, shrinkage, evaporation, loss of weight, rust, contamination or leakage of contents, unless caused by apparel not otherwise excluded. Loss of wardrobe, costumes resulting in discontinuity. And Section 4, miscellaneous equipment. So the company agrees to pay to insure the value of equipment including but not limited to the camera equipment, sound and lighting equipment, portable electrical equipment, mechanical effect equipment, group equipment and mobile equipment owned by insured or which is the property of others for which he is legally liable and which is lost, damaged or destroyed during the term of coverage caused by the perils insured against, including breakdown or malfunction, while such property is used or to be used by insured in connection with an insured production. Here the exclusions are: coverage does not insure against loss or damage caused by or resulting from wear and tear, unexplained or mysterious disappearance, rain, snow or hail, loss or destruction, damage due to delay, loss of market for use, interruption of business and consequential loss. Here the special condition is it is represented by the insured that camera, lens and related equipment are fully tested and proved to be in sound working condition. For the purpose it is intended to be used at commencement or filming or taping of any insured production in accordance with the highest standards of industry practice. Now, Section 6, extra expenses. The company agrees to pay insured such extra expenses not including loss of earning or profit as he necessarily incurs in the event of the interruption, postponement or cancellation of an insured production as a direct result of an occurrence caused by the perils insured against, giving rise to the indemnifiable claim. The definition of extra expenses means extra expense shall mean any extra expenditure incurred by insured in completion of an insured production over and above the expenditure which but for the happening of any one or more of the occurrences specified in section 1 to 4 would have been incurred in completing said production or such actual expenditure incurred by insured in an insured production. Then section 7, third party property damage. The company agrees to pay an insured on behalf of the limit of rupees, maybe this selected them 25, 50, 1 crore, whatever sum is selected. All sums with the insured shall become legally obliged to pay as damages because of loss or damage to property of Others including loss of use thereof occurring during the term of coverage covered by the perils insured against while such property is in the insured care, custody or control and is used or to be used in connection with the insured production. So here scheduled to be attached to the policy, that is feature film, television, production portfolio, etc. Named insured and address, policy period, insured production, coverage, that is sum insured limit of liability for each loss, deductible for each loss, all 8 sections, cast, film stock, props, set and wardrobe, miscellaneous equipment, extra expenses, third party property damage, premium forms and endorsement attached. All these things are decided beforehand. Then there is the basic insuring agreement. Definitions are also given, which is used in this policy, like production. Production as used in this policy shall mean feature film or television production or any other production on film or tape which has been declared in the proposal form. And territory, this policy applies to the Indian territory only unless extended by the insurer and writing on request of the insured. The insurable production cost, spare and set of parts clause, prop, set and wardrobe, miscellaneous equipment, limits of liability, terms of coverage, perils insured, general conditions of this policy. General conditions include misrepresentation and fraud, assignment, arbitration, disclaimer, access to records and examination under oath, contribution, subrogation, duties of the insured in the event of a claim, cancellation, inspection, due diligence clause, duty to declare, contract terms requirements, restatement of sum insured, deductibles and exclusions. All these things are defined beforehand because insured shall use due diligence and do and concur in doing all things reasonably practicable to avoid or denies any loss or any circumstances likely to give rise to a loss or claim insured under this policy. Insured shall at all times maintain record of all expenses borne by him or her and observe due diligence during the entire policy period. At all times during the period of insurance of this policy, the insurance cover will be maintained to the full extent of the respective sum insured, in consideration of which, upon the settlement of any loss under this policy, provide a premium for the unexpired period from the date of such loss to the expiry of the period of insurance for the amount of such loss shall be payable as the insured by the insured to the company. Deductibles are as per policy. Policy will pay in excess of the sum stated as deductible for each section in the schedule attached to the policy. All of the coverage afforded under this policy are subject to the provisions and all contract term of performance services, use of facilities, property, equipment and supplies are sufficiently longer than the insured's original scheduled time for completion of a declared production so as to allow a reasonable margin of time to cover possible delay in completing a declared production. Thank you. Thank you very much.